Okay, peony lovers, this one's for you. Okay, so peonies in general, if you haven't grown them before, they're a sought-after perennial. They flower in spring for maybe 3-4 weeks, but they have some pitfalls to them. They're a very cool old-fashioned flower that's been around for years. There's hundreds of cultivars of them, but there were some issues that some of the older varieties attracted ants. Other ones would have problems with the fact that they would get so heavy in flowers that they would blow over and break if we got a heavy windstorm. Then there was also the issue that you would get covered in these massive flowers, and all of a sudden you would get a rain come through, and then even if they didn't fall over in the windstorm, they fall over because you got a heavy rain and the branches fall and break. So you always had to stake them up and try to hope that you got the flowers off of them before they got destroyed in the rain. That's where these peonies come in. They've fixed all of that. So the cool thing in these is the fact that the plants don't need staking. And so it's got the woodier characteristics of the tree peonies without the height. So you get more of the conventional shaped peony. I believe they're only going to grow up to maybe about 30 inches, 36 inches. But the beauty of these things is they're going to flower for up to a month, not the first year. The first year we're only getting a few blooms on them. But once they're established, they're just going to be covered in flowers. And like some of the others, if you deadhead them, you'll encourage them to keep reblooming. But they don't need staking. They're nice and sturdy plants. So you're not going to blow over. You're not going to ruin them in the first windstorm. And we've got these cool ones in the pink. We've got them in yellow. And we've got them in red. I think there might even be one more color in there. But the plants are awesome. They got some massive blooms on them. And if you've grown the old-fashioned ones, you notice that many times there's problems with ants all over them. And so these don't have the problems with the ants, don't have the problems with blowing over. And just all the characteristics on it. Flower up to a month, sturdy stem, pleasantly fragrant, used for cut flowers, deer-resistant, winter hardy, disease-tolerant. The plant's just a very cool plant. One will be coming home to my yard. But for those of you that are interested, we have one shot of these, one rack only for the season. So if interested, don't hesitate. Now, one last thing, the supplier says to deadhead to encourage them to keep blooming. And so what that means is when a flower goes by, and I don't care what perennial it is, this is just a good habit to do with anything. If you do not want the plant to go to seed, this is what a seed pod looks like. Flower goes by and you get these little hard pustules on the end of it. And I don't care if it's irises, anything that blooms, unless it's a cultivated variety that's going to be sterile and not go to seed, they're going to put all their energy after a flower. The whole point of a flower is to make seed. And so if you pick off the flowers when they're done, stop the plant from going to seed, it puts more energy into the roots. And so once the flowers are gone, you're just going to get a better plant for next year, because instead of wasting all that energy into the fruit and producing the seeds, it's just going to put its energy into establishing its roots, getting bigger and healthier for next season. And I don't care if it's these peonies or any of your other perennials. Always a good habit to deadhead. Hope that helps. Take care.